All right, we are starting the countdown. And 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go. And they are off. Both teams have fallen into the spawn pool.
Looks like they both reached the chests at the same time. Though I don't think anyone from Redstoners has sprinted ahead. Looks like
Oh,
Try
they
is
are.
making
Oh, what was that move? What was that? FV Disco just skipped the fence altogether. Did some kind of a jump around the outside. I'm not sure what I just witnessed there.
Yes, that is legal in the Reddit tournament. There have been questions about that. We saw...
That's the first time I've seen it.
I believe we saw it in the first match of... Dang it. I want to say Mine Inc. did it, but I could be wrong.
Pretty impressive move, I have to say.
It allows
looks like we are in the lockdown at the gap.
Yeah, sprinting ahead like that allows FV Disco to reach the chest before the bridge, which has bows and arrows in it, which can allows them to lock down the area a little quicker.
Yeah, looks like the teams are pretty even at the moment. Oh,
ooh.
TM Caffeine did get shut off their bridge. Looks like Redstoners are probably going to finish their bridge first, and it is finished.
They're across.
Okay, this is looking like a pretty familiar strategy here. I predict that Seth Bling is probably going to be preparing materials to try to destroy Brute's iron and diamonds. All right, Brute is going to have a heck of a time getting their bridge finished now.
Yeah,
Redstoners have an advantage.
Yeah, Zerpoy was just shot off. It looks like they may be actually staggering their arrows in a way that makes sure that when you get hit, you immediately get hit by another. Because I see two people shooting sort of at the same spot, and there's always like two arrows in flight.
Yes, so there does appear to be a bit of a timing to it. I can hear somebody mining their way down, and it is more than likely Seth Bling. He's probably about to pop out here in the iron room. Yes, he is. There he is. He's going to quickly mine the iron and then build a chaos cannon, which is going to blast across and take out the vast majority of everything you see right there, unless Brute is able to get across that bridge and stop him.
Yeah, they still have them locked down on this bridge, and I don't think they're going to be able to stop him in time, so it's curious to see what strategy they will try. They may immediately send someone down for the iron that's before the bridge. That way they'd be able to get some of the diamond blocks.
They are not going to have time. The Chaos Cannon is probably about 75% complete. Momentarily, we should hear it lighting and then see it firing. Yep, looks like it is about done. I'll take a quick peek here. Oh my goodness, this is a 3-layer deep Chaos Cannon, so this is going to be a little bit more power than usual. I think in the past I've seen him do 2 layers. But you might as well exploit your advantage.
I believe they may have a different arrangement for the left lane versus the right lane.
Ah, yes, because of the different behavior of TNT. There it went. And it did exactly what it was expected to do. Although it did leave 2 diamond blocks.
Yeah, there is a diamond block floating, so if Team Brute can get down here and pick that up, they could immediately be able to get those other diamond blocks. But this is
it would not be a fun task trying to get down there.
It wouldn't be. They still haven't even completed their bridge, and they are still getting pinned down by, I believe it's FV Disco and Evo? Or is it just Evo now?
They are definitely locked down here.
Looks like, let's see if anyone sprinted ahead.
I'm going to keep an eye on the gap here. There's a secondary bridge going up from Brute, but Try gets shot off.
It looks like FV Disco has gone ahead, because I do see torches lighting up the creeper hole tree section.
And I'm Zerkboy has been shot off. They're making desperate attempts to get these bridges complete, but they are not having any luck. This is not looking good for Team Brute.
It looks like FV Disco may be trying to do chutes and ladders now, which is a smart idea. Before, most teams have tried to do pain water first because it seems hard, but it's much harder to lock someone down at chutes and or at pain water than it is to lock them down at chutes and ladders. So if you can get this done before the team can solidify their position, you can almost guarantee that you will win.
Oh, Brute might be able to sneak a completed bridge in here. And yes, they are. Etho was not able to stop them any longer. They've completed a not safe bridge and are across and making their way down the lane in a hurry.
Yeah, if they can, if Disco is not wearing any armor, if they can get just 2 arrows into him or 1 arrow that knocks him off, they can easily reset the game right here.
The question is whether or not they recognize that they are at that disadvantage and try to get down there to stop him. I'm Zerkboy is sprinting really quickly down the lane, though, so they must be aware of the disadvantage. Stopping to pick up some supplies from the mid-lane cannon.
Oh, this is actually kind of a bad thing. They triggered the trap that destroyed the enemy iron, but some of the spare TNT took out a good chunk of their bridge. This is always a risk when you hit this trap. You can see the part of the trap on this side still. They hit a button which caused that amount of TNT to go off over there. And now they're coming under fire.
Took out some of his ladders. That's actually stopped him from continuing in chutes and ladders.
Yeah, I don't think he has the blocks to make it down there. I think he may have gathered just enough cobble to get to this point.
That's going to put a crimp in his strategy, and he is not in a very good position here. If FE Disco dies, then Redstoners may lose the advantage that they had, and he has died.
Interestingly enough, he died with a set of leather on him, so he could have made armor back there if he chose to. Not to say that wouldn't have lost him a lot of time.
Certainly. I expect that he was probably pretty confident about their advantage.
He also had TNT, so he could have used blocks to get down there, but TNT is very risky in that kind of environment.
Definitely. And chutes and ladders tends to be a TNT-laden, cannon-laden area.
Speaking of TNT, Brute has used TNT to bridge across the small gap before the stairs that lead up to the Painwater Bridge. It looks like Cool Guy has taken up position, or Cool Dog. Cool Dog 74 has taken up position to cover the Painwater Bridge, while I believe that is I Am Zerkboy is proceeding to Painwater.
Looks like at the Green Wool Fortress, there's been a bit of TNT exchange. Not sure exactly what happened on Redstoners' side. There's a few holes, but they don't really make a whole lot of sense. And then kind of same thing on Brute's side. There's a big hole in their dark room, which may actually be advantageous for them because there'll be fewer mobs in there. But I cannot fathom how that hole got created. I Am Zerkboy
has entered Painwater, and I believe he is getting shot at by Seth Bling, but Seth Bling is too far away to make a good, he's basically out of effective range. I also really like what Brute did here with the bridge. Instead of taking the bridge as it was, they used the existing part as a railing and continued the bridge all the way out, giving them sort of a free railing. And Seth Bling is still trying to make really long-range shots. I don't think he'll be able to make them, though. And I think Zerkboy has practiced this because he's doing this without any armor. If he gets hit once or dips his feet into the lava, he's dead. But he's made it this far without any problems.
All right, it looks like Etho at the moment is the only one active at the fortress of the Green Wool. And it appears that he is preparing a Chaos-style cannon, as is his usual strategy, because it is designed to take out the entire front of Brute's fortress, and they are not planning on stopping him from doing that.
Zerkboy tried to head into the last part of Painwater, the last area where he needs to cross lava, and did not make it out. If they had gotten that, they could have easily sprinted ahead in the first one with AWOL, assuming they haven't gotten green yet.
It does not appear that anybody's gotten green yet, and it looks like Etho is going for the gusto with this cannon. It is 3 layers deep on the top, 2 layers in the middle, and 1 on the bottom, and it's going to send a lot of TNT over to Brute's side.
I believe I just saw.
Indeed it did. The vast majority of Brute's fortress is now gone, including almost all of the diamond.
However, they did miss hitting the TNT on the lower level, so we either are going to see a subsequent shot, or if they leave it here, it could be a mistake because they can easily claim these diamond blocks.
Well, Etho is going to use the opportunity to put some PvP arrow fire pressure on Brute as they try to make their way through this big mess they have on their lane now.
Another thing this has done is expose some of the spawners, so there are skeletons shooting at them. As you saw, that Iamzarkoi was killed by a skeleton.
Indeed. And TM Caffeine, I believe, was blown up by a creeper trying to get through that mess. So now they're going to have to create a safe walkway to get through here, which is going to slow them down a lot. I see Seth Bling has joined Etho at the fortress and is also shooting some arrows.
It looks like they
are... Brute is actually trapped here now.
It looks like they may try to do this without gaining any iron at all. I mean, they do have the opportunity at the very beginning to head down and grab a couple iron blocks, which will allow them to get some of the diamond blocks, which Redstoners has conveniently left behind. I see at least 4 diamond blocks, and there's a 5th one up there. So they do have the ability to make diamond equipment. And Seth Bling is staying behind at the Fellowship fortification to pin them down, I think.
Yep, Etho is moving ahead down the lane. Kind of keeping pace with TM Caffeine and Cool Dog here. They are going to be in trouble, though. Oh, Cool Dog got murdered by an Enderman. And TM Caffeine is getting picked on by a spider. Looks like he's going to survive that and continue on. They really should consider lighting up their lane down here. This is not going to be good for them.
I believe Seth may be trying for the green wool now. Though, the way he went, I really can't follow him. It is also now nighttime, so I believe Redstoners did a much better job of lighting up their path, so they should have much less trouble.
Indeed, they did.
At this point.
And What It To You is now starting his Painwater run. And it's fairly par for the course. He's going to try to not catch his head in lava, although he made a little mistake there. When you catch your head in the lava, you're more likely to be sucked up into it. You want to try to bias to have your feet touch the lava, if any part of you at all.
Backwards. You want your head to hit, and you don't want your feet to touch.
Oh, did I have it backwards?
You said it backwards. I don't know if you meant it backwards.
No, I meant the one that causes you to get sucked into the lava is the one that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Apparently it's your feet.
It's actually curious that this is now the, I think, 4th match we've seen Redstoners set up a base inside this wooden house here. It's curious that no other teams have tried to build a cannon to take out their supplies, because being set back with all that diamond equipment could be devastating.
Well, we have a match here that just may happen. We'll see how it goes.
Looks like FV Disco is now trying to go through Chutes and Ladders again, but this time with diamond armor.
What It To You has safely arrived at the Red Wool Room. And this is really not looking too good for Brute. I don't see any action from them on the far end of their lane there, the Chutes and Ladders end. I suspect that the vast majority of their problems are coming from the fact that their Green Wool Fortress was blown wide open and they don't really have an easy path through it. They don't have any lighting, so they're being just completely harassed by mobs and mob spawner mobs. I don't see any safe passage yet. Nope, they don't have any special passage for getting across. I'm wondering if they haven't run into other problems of some kind further back here.
And that's also a very important thing to notice, is that you don't realize how much torches repel mobs until all your torches are gone, either because someone TNT'd them or you forgot to place them.
I am not sure what's going on with Brute here. 2 of their team members are hanging out at the spawn area. Try is not active at all. It's completely stationary. Oh wait, now he's moving.
FV Disco just fell off a ladder. Didn't exactly splat, but he had lost enough health that the spiders were able to get him. That is 1 set of diamond armor gone. It actually went off the edge. Only thing that survived seems to have been a couple arrows. I hear some explosions, so I believe Etho's pressure plate cannons may be doing a number on Brute's bridge, or ladders. Yes, he has 4, which if he fires them evenly, he should be able to essentially cover all of Chutes and Ladders at any one time. So it will be essential for the enemy team to take these out.
Well, it appears to me that Brute is going to be going all in on a ditch effort chaos cannon. 100% of the team is actually at the beginning area of their lane. They just detonated the beginning area of their lane and did not touch Redstoners' side at all. I have a feeling that they are feeling pretty defeated already in this match. It kind of appears to me that they've given up. Although they are collecting blocks.
Because they may have just tried to get blocks to complete their path.
No, that was not the intention. This had the form of an attempt at a chaos cannon, but they had their TNT placed above and not contained, which caused it to go straight up as opposed to across. And what it ended up doing was blowing a gigantic hole right in front of their victory monument. All 4 of the team members are here and don't seem to be making any effort to go down their lane. Not sure why. I'm not seeing any chatter. I don't see any lag complaints. I expect that they feel that they may have just lost their advantage to a degree that they don't feel that they can compete at this point.
Now remember, it's always possible to come back from dire situations.
I agree, but
we've already seen a couple of splats from Iffy Disco running. I'm not even sure if they have any wolves right now. We know What It's You started his pain water run, but I haven't seen him come back.
He completed his pain water run.
Yeah, I see him coming back. So they have the red wool, but they don't have the blue wool, which is the imperative wool. And they probably have the green wool, but the green wool is something that you can still force your way to under heavy enemy fire.
Alright, I'm still not sure what Brute is up to. It looks like they're attempting to try to just do damage to the Redstoners' lane if they can.
Looks like Seth Bling is trying to take out the remaining TNT blocks, and he has the green wool, so they just need blue.
It looks like Seth Bling made the same mistake that Brute did, in that TNT that is not covered will not shoot out, it will go up. And ended up blowing up his sand ceiling. Not too big of a deal for them, though, on this side. And it looks like he's going to give it another go. And this time he moved his charge 1 block back, and that seemed to do the trick. Interestingly, detonated the opposite side from which it was fired.
And they still have 1 diamond block left, and they have 2 diamond blocks in total available to them. Unless we missed something back here. Yeah, there's still 2 diamond blocks down there.
Alright, I am not sure what Brute is up to at this point. Cool Dog seems to be kind of just milling around.
Looks like Seth Bling is taking some pot shots at Team Brute. But they may not be aware. He was pretty far out of range.
Yep, Seth is getting in position to put some arrow fire into Brute.
See, all Redstoners need is the blue wool.
I am perplexed as to what Brute's game plan is at this point. It looks like Cool Dog is acting as a decoy or a body shield. TM Caffeine is crafting. Try 348 is standing with seeds in his hand. Cool Dog has decided to take off down the lane, but is going to quickly run into trouble and has died.
I'm going to see if anyone's tried to grab some of the iron in the starting area, because that is pretty much their only option right now, to build some iron materials and iron armor and try to pin them down on the blue wall.
It looks like Etho has run back, has diamond helmet on and iron armor, and is collecting a tree. This has to be probably the most perplexing match thus far for me anyway. I'm not really sure what is going on here.
I think they may have gotten immediately flustered and have, That was painful to watch. They may have gotten flustered and have not been able to stabilize. Because there are still options. Let's check to see FV Disco status on the blue wool. Because if they can lock down the blue wool, it could easily be anybody's game.
Let's see, and that should be an easy one to check.
I do see FV Disco. He is still making his way down to the blue wall because they caught a break with their trap damaging the ladders on Redstoners' side.
Indeed, yep. What it to you is making his way back right now. We know that he got the red wool. He's not yet died in this game.
I think maybe on Redstoners only FV Disco has died.
It may be possible, by the way, that what it to you is in the midst of running back the wolves. I'm going to pop down. Have you checked blue?
They don't have
blue wool room? Oh, they don't have it yet. Okay.
FV Disco splatted and then escaped spidered.
Well, as long as that's the case, Brute is not entirely out of the game, but they're going to have to really, really, really step it up to come back at this point.
Just reached the safe area, so they should be able to pass it behind and go for the win. Let's see. They may have actually already tried to tunnel down because that's the only thing they're waiting for.
Oh, yeah. And Brute doesn't have any ladders in their chutes at this point.
Interestingly enough, Redstoners turned or used the obsidian bridge again and placed a red wool down there. I'm not sure if this was his way out or actually no. Wait a minute. They did the same thing again. They did not build a bridge to Pain Water at all. They went up and around.
I have a feeling that this is possibly a joke of some kind because What It To You was able to get into the Pain Water without a problem and out as well. I don't think Brute was ever down here while What It To You was in there. Although there is no bridge.
Yeah, so if they didn't build a bridge, he would have had to made it there that way.
I could have sworn. I think some trickery happened here. Okay, I see Seth Bling has returned to Chutes and Ladders.
Let's take a look at FV Disco's status. He should be near the wool room, if not in it.
FV Disco is about to be in the blue wool room. He's directly over it right now.
Yep, I see him. He's just entered it.
He's entered the blue wool room. He's collected blue wool and he's quickly retreating and will probably be either coming directly out or going for the usual safe pass behind Chutes and Ladders.
Looks like he is going to do the pass behind.
Yes, indeed. I'm going to try and find out what Brute is up to. Looks like I'm Zerk Boy just exploded right around here. That is Lapis, not blue wool, FYI. Gonna keep on going here. Alright, looks like Brute is finally establishing a safe walkway in front of their green wool fortress, although it's going to be too little too late at this point.
Looks like Disco is placing the blue wool, and I don't want to head out that way because I could knock him off.
Alright, so it looks like in general Brute has re-engaged in this match. They're trying to go for it again. I have a feeling that basically they felt shut down at night because they didn't manage to get their lane lit up in time, and that is a pretty big problem. If you don't get your lane lit up for nighttime strikes, this map is not kind to you.
FV Disco is pillaring out, and I don't know if anyone is going for the wool behind the map.
I have a feeling that if they don't feel any serious PvP pressure, they're probably not going to bother. FP Disco is probably already carrying some blue wool on his person.
It looks like Seth Bling grabbed it. I think they did it for time.
Ah. All right. Well, if that's the case, then Seth Bling will probably be making the run back, and that will be the game. So we may be in the final minute or two of the game right now.
All right, Seth Bling has pillared out with the blue wall, and I assume he will start the run back. But not after taking some arrow shots at, I think that's Cool Guy 74.
Mm-hmm.
Both him and Etho. Looks like he's heading up to the mountain. Up in the mountain, there are golden apples, I believe torches, bows and arrows, and possibly... what else is up there?
Nothing that can help them at this point.
Well, golden apples could help them run pain water, but I don't think they realize how far behind they are.
I have a feeling they probably are aware. The only thing that can help them at this point is if Redstoners somehow completely mess up their run back, but I see that they're already putting precautions into effect. I saw some placed blue wool. They probably have placed some red wool somewhere in case they die. So chances are this is going to be the game.
Seth is running back. I know he has at least the red and blue wool, and he did get the green initially, so he either stored some or may still have some in his inventory. But he does have a little bit of a missing bridge here. He could go up and around, but if there aren't any enemies around, and there are, he could easily get shot off.
I don't think he's been noticed at this point.
He's been noticed.
Doesn't appear so. He's been noticed by mobs. Alright, Seth Bling has safely made it out of the green wool fortress area. Has placed a red wool down. And a green wool, I think. Yep, that looks like a green wool back there. He's making it across the bridge. And that's going to be the game. It looks like a punishment device has been established by What It To You, who didn't have anything better to do.
This is a very familiar punishment device.
It's a celebration punishment device.
Also
Red
spread
wool,
cannon.
blue wool.
Oh, a little underpowered. Oh, he's not on half blocks.
And green wool, that's the game. Redstoners win.